Hey beautiful, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gugu. This is just a simple eyebrow tutorial. Let's get straight into it. So I'll be using an old toothbrush just to brush up my eyebrow hairs so that I can clearly see the outline that I'll be making using my brow pencil. You don't need to use this, you can use a spoolie if you have one, but this for me works just as well. And then I'm going to go in with my brow pencil and I'm going to start an outline. I use a brown lip or eyeliner pencil. It doesn't really matter. I'm not too specific or too picky about this, but it needs to be brown and not black because black eyeliners make your eyebrows look very harsh. I then proceeded to brush my eyebrow hairs downwards and then create the outline at the top of my brow. As you can see, I did not start that line at the beginning of the brow line because I don't want my eyebrows to look boxy. But you don't want to start off with a harsh hand because this will really mess up your brows, especially if you're a beginner. You want to start off very light-handed and work in sections. I've created the structure that I want my eyebrows to be, and then I'm going to go back in with that toothbrush and just blend in that pigment from the liner with my eyebrow hairs. If you're someone with finer brows, then you really want to go in and continue to add more pigment within your brow outline because I already have a lot of eyebrow hairs. I did not need to go back in and fill in my brows, but this is also just going to diffuse the color of that pigment of the liner, especially if you went in with a harsh or heavy hand. You really want to go and blend that out using that fine toothbrush. I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and this shade is already lighter than my skin tone, so it works very well. And I'll just use a thin flat brush to outline and carve out my brows. This is going to help us get rid of any mistakes or any unevenness in our brows. It's going to make sure that we have a clean, beautiful, neat, precise brow look. So if you've made any mistakes, this is the time you get to clean it up and just make sure that your brows are looking very neat and tidy. I'll be repeating those same steps on my other eyebrow. I'll be using my very soft bristled brush. That is why I use an old toothbrush, one that you don't use anymore, and I'll be brushing my eyebrow hairs upwards. As you can see, my eyebrows are naturally bushy, so I do have a structure, but I'm also following the natural shape of my eyes as well as my brow bone that is going to guide me and determine the shape that I want to follow. Well, I know my brow shape is looking a little crazy right now, but it's okay. I'm going to clean it up using that foundation when we conceal and properly outline my brow. I promise I'm going to fix it, so that is no biggie, especially if you're a beginner. Do not get frightened when your brows do not look the same. As you can see, I'm going in with that foundation to just clean up my eyebrow shape and to try and get it as identical, as similar to the other eyebrow as possible. Honestly, my brows do not look identical. They're not meant to look like twins. They're supposed to look like sisters. Like, they need to be related. They can't be distant cousins. So my eyebrows are not perfect. I have a favorite brow. One just turns out better than the other, and that is completely okay as long as they don't look like foreign people. Okay, so your eyebrows need to just look as similar as possible. When I use soap to just create some kind of glue or structure on my face, it is way easier than just drawing my brows on freehand. But I know that there are still a couple of people who do not like soap brows, so I made this tutorial for you guys as just a simple guide on how to create that beautiful natural eyebrow look, but not having that waxy texture of the soap bar. And now I'm going to blend in that foundation with the rest of my face just to diffuse that harsh pigment. And then I'm going to go back in with my brush and just lightly feather the beginning of my brows just to make it look more natural and to diffuse that harsh pigment that we applied before. As you can see, I had to go back in and just continue to try and play mix and match with my eyebrows because I wanted them to look as similar as possible. Even at the end, you're going to see they do not look identical, but that is okay. They look similar and that is good enough for me. I'm going to go back in with the concealer, and feel free to honestly go back and fix your brows. You have your foundation, so you can just fix anything that is out of place. If it is not structured properly, use your foundation to go back in and clean up your brow, or use that liner once again to go and add some more structure or more depth to your brows. You can go as crazy or as simple as you want to, honestly, but this is just to provide you with a guide and a couple of tips that you may not have known. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. Comment down below any other video recommendations you may have for me. I love you and God loves you more. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching.